Welcome to the Make and Design Podcast. I'm your host, Carina Gardner. On this podcast, we're unraveling the everyday joys and dilemmas of design, making, and business. For makers who want to be designers and for designers who are makers, this is your inside scoop to help you grow your business and bring more creativity to your life.
Hey guys, welcome to the podcast. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we are going to jump into a very simple strategy specifically for designers when dealing with Instagram. Now, if you have come to a bootcamp or you're in Design Suite or in one of my programs, you have very often said the number one thing a designer should be doing is designing. That's it. We should be designing 90% of the time, period. Why? Because we've got to learn our skill. We've got to develop a style. We need to be making money, totally different than the influencer model. So we need to be making money, right? So what I really think you should be doing is designing. Now, I've been thinking about this because I have a lot of designers who are on Instagram and doing social media, and it is still good to have some kind of start there, to have some kind of visibility, okay? The key with Instagram, in my opinion, for a designer, okay, because it's not all about numbers, you guys. It's not all about audience numbers. There are plenty of people, you guys have heard me say it, who are making lots and lots of money who have barely any followers. There are lots of people who have tons and tons of followers who aren't making any money. So you cannot judge what is happening on Instagram based on those following or those numbers, okay? It doesn't tell the truth, okay? So instead, I want you to think about Instagram as a portfolio for you, okay? If someone wanted to find out what you were all about, they could get to your feed and they could see a portfolio of what you are doing, okay? We do this really specifically with the Carina Gardner paper crafts feed. Now we do a lot of video and stuff on it, but I don't expect that from you. When you get started, okay, and you're supposed to be spending 90% of your time designing or in production work or submitting stuff, the last 10% is on finding new shops, finding new contracts, working on finding new revenues for money. And part of that also is building an audience, okay? So here is your very, very simple strategy. And this is what we did for a very long time on the Carina Gardner paper crafts feed specifically, because it was the feed that made the most sense to do it. And we actually did it on the Mini Lou feed as well when we had that. What we did was we literally just posted our preview photo. So what is that? So in particular on the paper craft feed, it was all about my paper lines I was doing for scrapbooking, and it was all about silhouette files I was doing. And most of those silhouette files I had extracted, and so they were 3D projects or flat projects that I had on a white screen. For a very long time, I would say like a year, I was very interested in just posting consistently. That was my number one goal, and I just wanted to post something every single day. I wasn't trying to do video. I wasn't trying to make lifestyle shots for a very long time. All I did was post the thing that I was posting as my preview. So if I had a 3D bag and I was selling it like that and that was the image of it, I just posted the image of the 3D bag. That's it, okay? And what this does is it creates for you on your Instagram feed a portfolio. So maybe you have someone you're trying to get a contract with, then you can just send them to that Instagram feed and say, go look at my portfolio. Here's all the stuff I've done, right? Now, if they are someone who cares about numbers, then you're not going to want to do that. But most, especially online shops, they don't care about that. They're just looking to see what your artwork is like. So you're submitting stuff via email, like, you know, your like 3 or 4 or 5 things to show people or that shop what you can do so that you can get accepted into that shop, right? Here's the other thing this particular thing does, okay? It teaches you the thing that kind of sucks for us as designers, which is being consistent about something other than design work. So by simply going through the motions and grabbing one of your previews for one of your products every single day and just posting it, maybe adding a little description or just even short saying, I think we did things like, I would post like, a fun bag I made this week. Fun 3D bag I made this week. Great for birthday parties. I kept it so incredibly simple because I was focused on other things, right? So not only does it start to build a portfolio for you, and it will force you to design, because you'll be like, oh, I need to design some more because I don't have anything to post. That's, first of all, an indicator, right? I like at least 10 designs a week, okay? If you're doing way bigger projects, way less. If you're doing smaller projects, way more, right? But 10's a great number because 10 gets you to 40 a month, okay? And then I would have to do the math, do 40 times 12, okay? But it gets you to a lot of designs over a time period very, very quickly. So that's why I like it. So the second thing that happens is we become very, very consistent on Instagram. And so the algorithm likes that, and it's going to help us. Now, it doesn't mean you might not get tons and tons of followers, but by consistently posting, when you get to the point, say we get to a point where we've got multiple shops, we're making lots of money, we maybe even have a contract or two. If we're really consistent, the algorithm is liking that we're doing that. And when we're ready to up level our social media and start doing other things, then it gets very exciting and the algorithm is already working in our favor, okay? No matter what the algorithm is, the bottom line is Instagram and every social media likes you to post consistently. That's it. So if you can start that process, it will, first of all, become easier. You'll just feel like, oh, it's no big deal to post every day. And second of all, when you're ready to up level, it'll be there ready for you to go, okay? I've been thinking a little bit about this because Design Suite, those of you in the program, I've kind of hinted at this, but truthfully, I am always trying to make this mastermind the best quality, most amazing, creating true designers who are making money, that you come out of my program and you're like, I'm a designer. I can design this. I can design that. I can design that. And we are currently at 13 courses in the program. And it's so funny because I sat down and I mapped out 4 more courses for this year. I actually had no intention of adding more courses, but every time my designers are up-leveling and doing new things, I'm like, oh my gosh, we need a course on this. And it's so funny. This particular podcast was in response to me thinking, we need a branding and social media course just for my designers who are trying to up level to the next level, okay? If you are interested in Design Suite, we only open it up during a design bootcamp. So if you're interested in that, come join us for our next design bootcamp. You can hear all about it. It is truly a mastermind. Think of 4 years of college. That's what we do in Design Suite basically in a single year. So it's a whole year long. It is an awful lot like college since I am a college professor, but it's more focused down and giving you the bites that you actually need to move the needle. I don't want to give you a whole bunch of stuff that's not going to actually make you a great designer. I want to give you a whole bunch of stuff that's going to make you a fast designer, an amazing designer, as quickly as we can make it happen, which still takes a couple of years, right? So that's why my program is a year long, because I'm used to teaching students for 4 years. Condensing it into 1 year was like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? It's crazy. And the coursework, just so you know, because you're like, how are you finishing 13 courses in a year? You're not. We give lifetime access to the courses because you'll probably only get through 3 of those courses. It's like 3 years of coursework. Like, we just give you so much so that you can keep learning and growing and becoming a better designer, because that's what I'm interested in you becoming, a better designer. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining me. I hope those of you who are just new to design, you go and grab the strategy. Design Suite members who are not posting consistently on Instagram, I hope you grab this strategy. I think it's something that will really help you as you're moving forward. Hey, did you know that you can visit me at makeanddesign.com to learn more about this podcast and join my VIP group for weekly freebies? I can't wait to see you there.